MRL Night Moose Racing League, and tonight with me, Andy Ragequit, it's Tier 2, it's round 3, and we are heading to Hungary to race around a rather delicious track that has very few opportunities for overtaking. However, there are some technical areas of the track which will allow people to make moves based on other people's mistakes. We've seen some glorious racing in the first 2 rounds of MRL in Tier 2 with our championship leader Andy. Back-to-back wins in that clearly overpowered Mercedes car. We have got 4.3 kilometers of racing, 2.738 miles, only 14 turns with 2 DRS zones, both very close next to each other. The first DRS zone on the straightaway there is the best opportunity that people have for overtaking into turn 1. Turn 2, there's not a great deal of overtaking to be had there in that first sector, in that second DRS zone. The rest of the track, essentially the drivers have just got to keep their heads, keep their cool, and make sure that they have enough in their locker to ensure that they stay close enough to have a go down that home straight. Here we go then. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's Tier 2 showtime for MRL on Sunday night. And it's Tier 2. And the Red Bull of Kermit Attacks gets a lightning start into P1. But can the traction of J-Joe make it back around into turn 2 and 3? J-Joe claims P1 back from Kermit. Don't know what's happening in the back of the field. We've got some places changing hands. But J-Joe claims P1 back off Kermit Attacks. Looks like we've got 2 McLarens very close to each other in Don't Blink and Atmos. We may well have had a yellow flag, and it's Moo Irons out in the gravel, it looks like.
Oh yeah, thanks, idiot. Thank you so much. Just cut me off. Like, that's... I'm sorry.
Welcome in then, everybody. Hope you're having a most magnificent start to your week. Fake Mano then. Fake Mano is next to City of R. That's close. Tiny little bit of contact perhaps. Might have compromised City of R as we come round. No, he's still got Fake Mano for company. Fake Mano goes down the inside and makes the move. They're still side by side. But Fake Mano gets through in the end, up into P5. J-Joe has checked out. He is 1.4 seconds down the road from Kermit Attacks. It's Andy in the Mercedes in P3 with MB Jacobson up to P4 in the Haas. Fake Mano, as we said, in P5. Yellow flags in Sector 2. We've got Gibbsy. Gibbsy's round in Sector 2. He's going to have to wait till all the cars have got past him. And don't blink in that McLaren. He's round as well, all the way down into P20 potentially. Yes, don't blink. The reserve driver for the McLaren team, who'd done so well in qualifying, all the way down to P20. Very close though now, having a little look his AK. Patience is the key in this part of the track. Moves taken in Sectors 2 and the back end of Sector 3 can be terminal. Here we go then, down the straight, beautiful camera angle, Maud. AK, Ketchen, Semtex. Are we going to see AK make a move? He dips to the inside. Is he going to make a move to the inside? He is. We've also got Ketchen and Semtex getting closer, and Maud gets a bit squirrely. That's going to allow Semtex and Ketchen perhaps to catch him. Too wide in Ketchen and Semtex, gone into turn 2. Can they keep it all the way through there to get into turn 3 and 4? I've got more than 120 friends in my friends list, therefore I can't catch anybody. Are we going to see a Haas making a move?
Don't let me get behind the AI. Oh, what a switchback. Oh, no way. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a double overtake. Oh my gosh, dude. What a double overtake.
That might be a warning for Maud. as Moo Irons is closing in. And by the way, Ketchen and Don't Blink are so close. The Gibbsy Mobile isn't too far behind either. I think we'll stay on board as we go around the final corner. Let's see if anybody can make a move. Looks like good traction from Irons. DRS wide open. He's going to make a move on that inside. Is he? Yes, he is. Gets the job done. Oh, it's JB. What's happened with JB? Is it he had a mistake? JB is not on the track, sir. Don't come out yet, JB. Right, now you can come out. Yes, that is a big error from JB. That's going to cost him. He's got 3 seconds to his name, and he's going to have tyres hotter than the surface of the sun. We don't have a safety car at the moment, but that is a virtual safety car by the look of it. Into the pits. Into the pits comes Kermit. MB Jacobson, Fake Mano. So Fake Mano's going to have to double stack. Is that a mistake by the Red Bull? On go the hard tyres. 3 medium tyre runners stay out. J-Joe, Atmos and Com45. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners come in for hard tyres to take those tyres to the end. Here we go then. Semtex on the back of AK. It's Alpine versus Aston Martin. I think we probably have to be within 4 tenths on this straight, so he's got a chance. Oh, a little bit too much oversteer though. He's lost a little bit of time, but it looks like AK lost time as well. Here we go then. ERS, DRS. The move is going to get done way before the apex. Great move by Semtex after actually getting a little bit out of shape on that final turn. If this gap stays the same throughout Sector 3, we might see ourselves a little bit of action going into Turn 1. So we'll stick on board with these guys. It's Fake Mano very close to the back of Chili Willy there. Like Chili Willy might have made a small mistake. Here we go then. Down the main straightaway. DRS wide open, no doubt, for the Williams and the Red Bull. The Williams switches to the outside. Can the Williams and Chili Willy go around the outside? All the way around the outside? No. Lance Sharkey maintains the position just about. Going down to turn 2. Inside goes Chili Willy. What a move! Well, the switchback. Can Lance Sharkey get it back? No, he can't. Chili Willy maintains P7. A little bit of fighting here between Chili Willy, Fake Mano. MB Jacobson loses 2 positions there. Has he had himself a moment? He might have had himself a little bit of a moment there because he's lost 2 positions. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Moose Racing League. It's Sunday night, which means it's race night in North America with Moose. Hope you're all doing most magnificently as per usual. Welcome in, welcome in. It is time. It's time for Tier 2, and we are heading to Barcelona. Obviously a major city in Spain, to the Circuit de Catalunya, which is personally one of my favourite tracks. And we are going to see a battle in Tier 2, no doubt about it. Tolby, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, buddy. We have had dominance in real life today at Catalunya, with Max Verstappen running away with the win. 2 Mercedes on the podium as well, with Lewis Hamilton in P2 and George Russell in P3. We've seen dominance throughout the season so far in Tier 2. Let me just figure out what I'm doing next. So here is the track then. Catalunya in Spain, 16 turns, 4.6 kilometers, 2.9 miles. We've got 2 DRS detection zones, one on the long straight and one in between turns 9 and 10. The one on the long straight between the last and first corner is obviously the most dominant when it comes to people making overtaking maneuvers, but we've seen plenty of action across all our tiers today so far. We've seen lots of overtaking action. Congratulations to all our winners so far today. it has been a superb day of racing so far. We've had some conditions wet, some conditions dry, mostly dry for the racers, I believe. But certainly in Tier 4, we did have rain throughout qualifying. Right then, so what are our race notes so far for the season? Last year, Zeech won here. He won it in season 6. He won in Tier 2, did Zeech. Some of our drivers who are here today, by the way, Irons, AWFK, and JJo, they all DNF'd around this track last time out. So let's see if they can pull something out of the bag and do a better job this time around, because our leader, Andy, BTA Andy, has flown out of the traps all season long. He's dominated this tier. He has a 41-point lead. And needless to say, if we take a quick look at the standings, you'll see that that's the wrong standings. GG's me. Bear with me. We will get the standings. We will get the standings. Preferably from Tier 2. Nothing like a little bit of early commentating drama to set us off on our way. What a way. What a way. Bear with me. Bear with me. All will become very clear very shortly. We've got 15 drivers in the lobby, so we've got a little bit of time. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, look! As if by magic. As if by magic. Here we go then. So, as I was saying, there is a huge lead at the top of the standings with Andy on 109 points in that Mercedes. Closely followed by Kermit Attacks in the Red Bull with 68 points. JJo with 58 points in the Aston Martin. The reserve driver of Don't Blink, who's been racing mainly in the McLaren. He's in the Alpine tonight. He's in P4. MB Jacobson in the Haas, followed by AWFK in the Haas on 40 and 38 points. So as you can see, there's only 50 points separating Kermit Attacks in second and Echo CFC in 13th. And that 41-point gap to Andy up leading the Drivers' Championship. Surely all he has to do is keep the car pointed in the right direction and he will take this driver's title. As it goes in the Constructors' Championship, Georgester and Andy lead the way on 141 points. Again, a huge 49-point gap back to the Red Bulls of Sacco Like Taco and Kermit Attacks. So it looks like it's all to play for in the Constructors' Championship as long as you're going for P2. Can't see anybody catching up with Mercedes on either the Drivers' Championship or indeed the Constructors' Championship. Down at the bottom, we've got JBTC and Maud bringing up the rear in the Ferraris. Not too far away, it has to be said, from Alpha Tauri in Com45 and City of R. And the drivers to watch for us this evening, based around the championship and some qualifying pace as well. It's Andy, JJo, and Kermit Attacks. All right, let's see. Have we got anybody in lobby? Or have we got everybody in the lobby, should I say? I'm looking forward to tonight. It's going to be a good race. It usually is in Tier 2. I've had the absolute privilege of commentating on this tier all season. And there's been some absolutely superb, spicy racing. And that was going to continue. Don't forget, if you are here and you're from Moose Racing League, make sure you hit the like button for the video, please. It would be much appreciated. Of course, if you're new here, welcome in. You'll see down below there are some links to our Discord and some of our socials. Feel free to click those. And of course, if you're not subscribed and you like motor racing, specifically Formula 1, of course, and you're looking forward to seeing some good racing, you like commentary and you like live videos, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. We've been on YouTube for a little over 2 months, perhaps. And we're almost there. We're almost up to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Let's go. Yo, Gwenfro, yes, P5. I'm absolutely ecstatic with P5. It's my first point scoring of the season. First point scoring of the season. We're in, like Flynn. On it, like a car bonnet. I know you guys don't call it a bonnet. I don't know what to call it. Trunk? I don't know. I got some junk in my trunk. And it's Sunday night, Moose Racing League. That's what we love to see. P5. I'm absolutely delighted with P5. Even with my spin. What I'm even more delighted about is the racing that we're going to see on board this evening. Let's have a quick check, see who we have in the lobby so far. So, at the top hosting our lobby tonight is MB Jacobson in the house. Sacco like Taco in the Red Bull. The AlphaTauri of Cam 45. Hope I'm saying that right, Charles. Chili Willy in the Williams with Ferrari of JBTC and Alfa Romeo of Lansharky with Don't Blink reserving in the Alpine. Moo Irons in the Williams with the McLaren of Atmos. And then our championship leader BTA Andy in that Mercedes, the all-conquering Tier 2 Mercedes. Aston Martin of AK with Drunken Shamrock, who's just put a damn good performance down in Tier 3, by the way, taking a set of hard tyres 29 laps to finish in P4. We've got Ketchin in the house with J-Joe, the specialist in qualification in the Aston Martin. The Red Bull of Kermit Attack second in the championship with Maud in the Ferrari. Jordster in the other Mercedes with City of R in the AlphaTauri and Fake Mano in the McLaren. Good stuff. So we've got 19 drivers in. We are missing a driver. I don't know who it is. That's your lot for this evening. It looks like we're about to ready up. Yeah, it looks like we're ready up. We're getting ready to rock and roll. Let's go, Pete. The machine. Pretty well done to you as well tonight, Pete. Protect our feelings. GG's to all our race winners tonight. I think Gwenfro, Mr. Camus, and I've just watched the race. Scruffy. Well done to all our race winners so far tonight. Well in, Iron. Welcome in, brother. So, who's excited for this race tonight then? What do you think's going to happen? I want you to, for a brief second, pretend Andy's not racing. Who do you think's going to take the win? First and foremost, who do you think's going to take the pole? And do we want to see a little bit of weather? I think, considering the way the championship's going, I think it'd be nice to see some obscure weather conditions throughout the course of this race. Iron's going to be our weather forecaster. That's what we like to see. A little bit of playing along with the commentary team from our lovely drivers who are currently donning their gloves and helmets, getting ready to sit behind the wheel of these incredibly powerful machines. City Var's left the session. Let's see if we can invite that gentleman back in. Nope. I don't see City of R anywhere, guys. I don't see City of R. And I cannot invite him in. He's on PC, is he? I can't invite him in, guys. I can't invite him in. So, it looks like the weather is going to be good. Let's go Red Bull, says Tolby. Absolutely. 100%. I'm on board with that. We've got a car leaving the pits. It's an Aston Martin. Is it J-Joe or is it AK? It's AK. Fake Manos rejoined the session. Down with Merc and Alpha. Rain at the very end. Here we go. What? The end of qualification? We've got our sound back. Rain at the end of qualification or at the end of the race, Boogs? couple more cars leaving the pits. That is Irons and Com 45. Race rain at the end of the race. Going to spice things up then. Makes for good viewing for us all here. So then, any predictions in chat for our race? Well, actually, let's go with pole sitter first. Who have you got for our pole sitter for tonight? Obviously, the other Aston Martin of J. Joe has performed incredibly well throughout the course of this season in qualification. I think he's been on pole 4 or 5 times. What are we going to see on a setup? Here we go then. Here comes AK, the first of our hot laps in the Aston Martin. Let's kind of see what speeds he gets up to down this straight then. That'll give us a little indication of setup. He's not going to reach 200 miles an hour. He gets up to 196, so maybe he's got a little bit more downforce in this setup to get himself around the remainder of Sector 1. He does have the inside line quite nicely there to start with. Drifting out to the other curve. And brakes. 22.4 first sector. A lot of curb on the inside. This is one of those tracks where if you do take too much curb, it can come as a bit of a cropper. You can take a lot of curb there. You can take quite a bit of curb here as well. Just kisses the curb. Race winner, anyone but J. Joe says. Hogs. Oh, that looks like it's going to be an invalidated lap. No, he does keep it. He does keep it valid somehow. But there he goes. He's actually spun out. We've got a Red Bull coming after him. So Kermit's on an out lap. He's going to go past AK there. We've got an Alpha Tauri coming round. That might be City Bar on his out lap. No, it isn't. City Bar is on an out lap. Cam 45. He's going to be the first person to put down a lap time. Into the horrible chicane that, of course, as we know, is gone. Hits the inside curb pretty hard there. Takes a lot of outside curb as you come into turn 16. Down onto the gas, wing wide open. The first time we've got is an 18.3. 19.1 for Irons. Paul J. Joe, race winner, anyone but J. Joe. I missed the first comment. Right then. 18.8 from Chile Willie. We've got a Haas coming around the final corner. Ketchin, here he is. Ketchin goes second fastest then with an 18.4. Don't blink. Into the 17s. Handsomely into the 17s as well. 1.2 seconds. He's quickest. Don't forget, Don't Blink is our reserve driver. Currently sat reasonably handsomely in the standings. Actually just set a purple sector 1 as well. Amazingly. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon, I'm on with J. Joe. Well, let's stay on board with J. Joe then. He's gone purple in sector 1. If we can trust the timings. Uses not to take any inside curb there. Up to turn 9 then. How much curb is he going to take at turn 9? No curb, turn 9. Takes the outside curb though. 51.8. The second sector time. Kermit Attacks has gone into the 17s as well. Kermit set at 17.6. Yellow flies in sector 2. Big bump on that curb from J. Joe. And that one. Goes through it quite quickly though. Here we go. DRS open. It's an 18 flat, so third fastest. Don't blink. Comfortably in front so far. Here comes J. Joe then. In through the final chicane. There is quite a lot of speed through there. Nicely done. Nicely done by Emily Jacobson. Not going to be in the 17s though. Oh, it is going to be in the 17s. It's 17.9 to go fourth fastest. Lance Sharkey just posted a good lap as well, 16.9. We've got Fake Mano, is it? Yeah, here comes Fake Mano then. Fake Mano's just chilling. He's going to go into the pits. Has he got some damage? Yeah, he is missing a front wing. Sitchivar has invalidated. Here comes Sacco like Taco though in the Red Bull. Oh, hits the curb hard. The inside of the first chicane and the second one. Carries some nice speed through there though. Is he going to be able to make this count? Looks like a good lap to me. An 18.1 to go 6th fastest. It's AK on an out lap. We've got a Ketchen. Ketchen 7th fast with an 18.1. And Sharky's dived into the pits. Got that's Andy. George just dumped into the pits. Where's the other Haas gone? MB Jacobs going to go to the pits. Here comes Maud then. What can Maud throw down? Maud throws down a 19.3. So 12th fastest. Atmos into the pits. Sitchivar's in the pits. Come 45. 18.3. He was just setting himself up for another lap. That lap for AK. He starts a fresh lap. Let's jump on board with AK then. Yet to set a lap. Obviously, he was the first one out of the pits. Looked like he was going to set our first lap and lost control in the technical section of Sector 3. We've seen a lot of drivers lose out here in turns 2 and 3. Com45 is out of the session. He set himself at 18.3, but he has crashed in sector. Look at the Alpha Tauri, messed up against the wall. So we're looking for a time as we get to the end of sector 2, around about 51.6, maybe 51.7 seconds. We didn't quite catch Don't Blink's time at sector 2. So 52.4, so it's going to be quite slow. Looks like it's going to be in the 118s, late 118s, early 119s perhaps. He gets a bit squirrely. Oh, just about keeps the lap valid as well. Into the chicane then. Hits the chicane hard, doesn't carry a great deal of speed through there. So 118.9 to go 11th fastest so far. Here's the other Alpha Tauri. It's Sitchivar, 51.7. This could be quicker. Obviously invalidated because he's just set himself up for a fresh lap. The streak of bad luck continues for Com45. Hey Kayla, how you doing? Right, have we got a car anywhere close to coming out of a lap here? Here we go. Here's Chili Willy, 1.2 seconds up. This could be interesting. This could get him up into the top 2 on the front row. Provisionally goes Chili Willy with a 17.4. Superb lap from him. Here comes Andy, a 17.3. Chili Willy's time on the front row didn't last. JJ just starting a fresh lap. So it's Don't Blink on provisional pole at the moment, alongside BTA Andy. Chili Willy in P3 on the second row. Joining him is Kermit Attacks, with Lance Sharky and Jacobson on the third row. J. Joe, Mr. Saturday himself, currently sat in P7 with an 18 flat. Let's just double check here. God, so nobody's done any crazy laps on hard tyres. I'm glad to hear it, Kayla. I'm glad you recovered. It was quite the incident. Got a Red Bull in trouble in Sector 2 at the present. Keijo has potentially set a purple. Just about gets out of the way, does that Red Bull. The Red Bulls just in moments in qualifying. Into the chicane we go then with J-Jo. Carries a lot of speed through there. That looked like a really good chicane from J-Joe. Onto the straight he goes. DRS wing wide open. And he sets a 17-1. 400ths of a second quicker than Don't Blink to take provisional pole yet again. Fake Mano into the pit. So we've got Drunken Shamrock and Fake Mano yet to set times. Oh my god, Kayla. That's not nice. Don't Blink regains the provisional pole position. We've got our first driver into the 16s. Here's the 16.9 for the Alpine of Don't Blink. Because Don't Blink and you'll miss it. Here comes Maud then. No, Maud's just setting himself up for another run. Into the pits. Goes that car. Ketchin 4/10 up. This will get him into the 17s. 7/10, almost 8/10 up at the end to go fourth fastest with the 17.3. Great lap that from Ketchin. Moo Irons, a good lap from Moo Irons. An improvement, takes him to P13. J-Joe should be coming into the pits. In he comes. McLaren of Atmos. Here comes Atmos then. He's 8/10 down. He's going to dive into the pits. Whose is this Mercedes then? This is the Mercedes of Georgester. 6/10 down on his time. No ERS in the tank. He will be coming into the pits. Yes, and he comes. Here's Kermit then, round the final corner. Onto the main straightaway. ERS wing wide open. No ERS left. But does go 4/10 quicker to take himself up onto P3. He's on the second row, only 700ths behind J-Joe. B. Jacobson into the pits. Looks like we've got Sacco like Taco. Sacco like Taco around the final corner. He's setting himself up for a fresh go. Let's sit on board. Let's sit on board with the Red Bull of Sacco like Taco. Can he get himself into the 18s to progress himself up the grid for our race? Plenty of throttle. Slight lift round turn 3. Up we go, into turn 4 then. Doesn't take too much curb. No curb on the inside of turn 5 either. Turn 4, big pardon. Gets a little bit out of shape, coming out the hairpin. Up to this tricky uphill left-hander where you can take a lot of curb, certainly on the outside curb. Up into turn 9. Nice, lots of curb there, does lift up into 7th gear then, wing wide open. Down to another tricky corner that can claim some casualties. Certainly if you get on the gas too early. Along the everlasting right-hander. Doesn't catch as much speed through there as he wanted to, and Sacco like Taco dives into bits. Here's Fake Mano then, what's he doing? He's setting himself up for a lap. Not many cars out on track at the moment, so we're going to stick with Fake Mano. To see what he can produce for us. Don't forget, Fake Mano was our Tier 3 champion in Season 6. Again, slight lifting around that long right-hander. AlphaTauri out in front. That'll be City of R on his outlap. Just get himself out of the way, but no, that looks like Fake Mano. Fake Mano looks like he's aborted it. What's going on in qualification here, guys? Fake Mano looked like he was going to abort. Went quite wide. City of R went back on the throttle again. So yeah, that is the ERS being recharged. Shamrock's still in the pits. And Sharky looks like he's on a lap. He's just about to set a fresh one. So a little bit of shenanigans in qualification there with, I don't know how long's left, to be honest. Can't be long left though. Can't be long left in qualification. No, We're down to the last 1 minute 48 seconds. So Fake Mano looks like he's going to have to reset. He's going to go across the line with 1 minute 38 seconds left. All these cars in Sector 1 now, out on their outlaps. The top 4 on outlaps, Ketchen. It's Ketchen. Ketchen's coming around the final turn. He's going to set himself up. He was doing an outlap. AK's about to cross the line. Looks like he's going to set himself up. Everybody's setting themselves up for a fresh stint. Like Taco, he's setting himself up. Yes, Taco like Taco was setting himself up as well. Right, we've got a Haas. Haas coming across the line. It's MB Jacobson, 51.8 in Sector 2. He's setting himself up. He's going to set himself up. Here's an Alfa Romeo. Lance Sharkey goes 300s quicker, remaining where he is, down in P9. Georgester. No, that was Andy. Was Andy setting himself up, or is Andy out? No, Andy was setting himself up. Okay, so we are 20 seconds from the end of qualification. We have seen a little bit of movement there. I did miss who it was, though. It was Fake Mano. So Fake Mano's put in a 17.5. He's gone 8th fastest. Here we go, then. Ketchen, 1/10 up, coming round the final corner. He does not improve his time. Here comes Atmos. Is Atmos going to improve? No, he doesn't improve either. Not Moo Irons. Who is it? If you don't blink. No, don't blink into the pits. Red Bull. It's Sacco like Taco. So we can get to him before. Sacco like Taco crosses the line. 17.8 does improve. Here comes FB Jacobson. He's a 10th up. What can he put down? To go 11th fastest. JB crashes on the final turn. That could cause havoc. Here comes Andy. He's a 10th. Better off. Can he challenge that front row? He can't. He stays where he is. City of R doesn't go quicker. Here's Kermit Attacks. Kermit Attacks crosses the line. He goes second fastest to jump onto the second row. Where's J-Joe? J-Joe, that stay on the front row didn't last very long. It looks like that's it for qualification unless JB can do something, but I know JB had crashed out. He is done as well. That is it for qualification, ladies and gentlemen. It's the reserve driver in the Alpine of Don't Blink. 100th, not even 100th, 7,000ths of a second quicker than J-Joe in the Aston Martin. Joining him on the front row. On the second row, we've got Kermit Attacks, P2 in the championship, with BTA Andy, our championship runaway leader, Ketchen and Chili Willy taking up the third row with City of R and Fake Mano in the AlphaTauri and McLaren respectively on row 4. P9, we've got Atmos and Lance Sharkies in P10 with MB Jacobson in P11 and Jules to P12. I was cut off in my prime. We'll go through that in a moment. Yeah, Whiffles, for sure, man. You had lots and lots of pace. Incredibly unlucky in the race, man. Incredibly unlucky in the race. So, as we were saying, it's the Alpine of Don't Blink on pole. Front row joining him is J-Joe in the Aston Martin, unable to repeat his heroics in qualifying from earlier in the season. Kermit Attacks in the Red Bull in P3. Joining him on the second row is our championship leader, BTA Andy, in the Mercedes. It's the Haas of Ketchen and the Williams of Chili Willy on the third row, with City of R in P7 alongside Fake Mano in the McLaren P8. The other McLaren is Atmos. He's in P9, followed by Lance Sharkey in the Alfa Romeo in P10. The Haas of MP Jacobson takes P11 with Georgester in the Mercedes in P12. It's Irons in P13, the Williams with the Ferrari of JBTC in P14. We've then got Sacco like Taco P15 in the Red Bull with AlphaTauri's Com45 in P16. 17 is AK in the other Aston Martin. So almost right there. Almost right there with a J-Joe shout for pole from Pogs, our fearless leader. The weather is looking reasonable again, ladies and gentlemen. So, the sun is shining on Spain. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. It would appear we're not on the plain. So, it looks like we've got some decent weather, certainly for the start of the race. There was a rumour filtering around the paddock as some of the team principals checked their weather radars that we may see some alternative conditions towards the back end of this race, which might cause a little bit of spiciness, not only in the pit lane, but also out on the track. We are 30 seconds from the start of this race. Don't go anywhere. Buckle yourself in. It's going to be time to race incredibly shortly. Let's hear it in chat, please. I need to know who you believe are going to be our race winners and podium sitters or standers. Podium standers at the end of this race. And let's have a little gamble about how many safety cars we might see in Tier 2. Okay, then here we go. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 red lights on. And it's showtime in Tier 2. A great start by J-Jo, looking to go down the inside of Don't Blink into turn 1. Also being challenged. Contact between the two. And it's carnage into turn 1. Well avoided by everybody else. There was contact there between J-Jo, Kermit, and indeed Don't Blink. There's more carnage up in front. We've got plenty of cars. There's Atmos out. Sacco Like Tacos dropped further down the grid. Andy down from P4 down to P16. Oh no, a 5-second penalty for 2 of our drivers in AK and JBTC for ignoring yellow flags. The carnage at Spain continues. It's Kermit Attack leading out in front from J-Jo. Only a 10th in it though, and I do believe J-Jo's going to try and make a move down into the hairpin. He does, he makes the move. Absolute great move there from J-Jo. Can Kermit fight back as we come into this pretty tricky, slow, long right-hander? More yellow flags waving at the back of the field. So J-Jo leads then at the end of lap 1. It's going to be Kermit Attacks P2, Ketchum P3, Fake Mano up plenty of positions. Into P4, he's up 4 positions. Chili Willy dives into the pit lane. Pit lane also for Drunken Shamrock and for Moo Irons and for Don't Blink. Plenty of action on lap 1. It is a rip indeed. Massive damage on Sacco's rear. Oh no. That is no good for Sacco Like Taco then. Huge damage on the rear wing. That could be his race cooked. Atmos spun right in front of him. Oh no, we're screwed no matter what. Oh no. So Maud's now out as well. Maud's out of the session. We've got our first safety car. Sacco Like Taco does indeed. JB's off the track. Oh my word. Looks like the 2 Ferraris might have come together. But Chili Willy. Oh no, Chili. What is happening here? Ladies and gentlemen, what am I seeing? We're on lap 2 of 33. We've got 2 drivers who've been given 5-second penalties for ignoring yellow flags. And we've got absolute carnage from top to bottom, all the way through the grid. It's J-Jo leading the race, with Kermit Attacks in P2 presently, Ketching P3, Fake Mano up 4 positions in P4 as our safety car is indeed out. I believe the safety car's out. Can't actually see it on track. We haven't got a safety car. Why have we not got a safety car? That's wild. That is absolutely wild. No safety car. If anything deserved a safety car so far tonight, that was it. 2 more drivers in the pit lane. 3 more drivers in the pit lane. TS Melted says sign on. Kayla, it looks like he crashed with JB. Or JB crashed into Maud's car. It was stranded. We'll have to get more information from the Ferrari paddock. Cannot believe we did not have a safety car there. So we have got drivers spread all over the grid. 4 drivers currently in the pits. We've got JB, Don't Blink, Chili Willy and MB Jacobson in the pit at the minute. JJo out in front. 8/10 in front of Kermit Attacks, who's less than a second now in front of Ketchin. Ketchin's got Fake Mano for company as well in that McLaren. With City of R now, a little gap, 2.4 seconds, more yellow flags. It's AK by the look of it in that 9th place. Is he beached? He's not beached. So far then, there's been carnage from start to finish in this race. I say start to finish. We're only on lap 3. Okay, so MB Jacobson. Right, are we going to see a move into turn 1 from Fake Mano? We're not. But is he going to get good traction out of turn 2 into turn 3? The long right-hander. Doesn't look like he's got as much grip as Ketchin. JJo, Kermit Attacks, Ketchin, Fake Mano then. A good 2.9 seconds, 3 seconds now ahead of City of R, who sits in the AlphaTauri in P5. BTA Andy, the championship leader, after getting into some difficulty on the opening lap, went down to P16. All of a sudden, he's back up to P6. That tells you how much trouble there's been further on down into the midfield. Excusing me. Imagine if I knew which buttons I was pressing. Let's have a quick check on the tyres. One thing I had not done. So all of our top 9 runners on the hard tyre. We've had Lance Sharkey and Com45 also. They were on the hard tyre, but they've switched it out onto the medium tyre. We've got MB Jacobson and Don't Blink also on the medium tyre now. They are going to have to pit again. They will not be taking those tyres to the end of this race. JJo sets the fastest lap of the race with a 121. Closely followed by Fake Mano with a 121.6. The gentleman who we're on board with down into turn 1. Is he going to be close enough? 3/10. Not going to be close enough to make a move on Ketchin. Hard to medium best strat? Absolutely. Wish I'd done it myself. So close, Fake Mano. So close to making a move here. 1/10 in it. He's definitely on the pace over Ketchin in this first sector. Is he going to try and go around the outside at the hairpin? He isn't. But is he going to try the switchback? No, he cannot get a more inside line. This is not the place to make a move. So up into turn 9. Turn 9 down the straight into turn 10. DRS obviously active. It's JJo out in front, followed by Kermit Attacks, Ketchin, Fake Mano, City of R, BTA Andy, Georgester, weaving, trying to break the toe is Ketchin. Plenty of ERS left on our front runners, 100% in fact for JJo. Pump 45, half a tenth up over AK. Let's keep our eye on this little battle for a second. If we see anything happening out in front, we will move our way back up there. Round they go then, down the second DRS zone into the long left-hander, turn 10. Again, tricky, can spin it here if you catch too much curb or if you get down the gas too quickly. We've seen plenty of casualties over the time that we've been racing. It's going to end in disaster, says Tolby. I think we've already had disaster, my friend. Fake Mano's had a moment because he's lost a second now to Ketchin. So maybe he had a moment in the chicane starting that last lap, ending that last lap. He's going to have to do all that work again now. Ketchin has caught up to the back of Kermit Attacks as well. Oh, it does go off track though. All camera angles. Thank you. Andy down 7 seconds on City of R, P5 to 6. There's quite a big, significant gap. We'll keep our eye on that to see how quickly that one can close down. He's currently towing his teammate Joshua on. We've got Sector 1 yellow flags. It looks like it's JB. He's gone round in that tricky little first couple of corners. Probably corners, probably turns. But Moo Irons and Drunken Shamrock pretty close, a little bit further on down. We're going to see Moo Irons make a move then down into turn 1. Pumping the... defending with ERS is Drunken Shamrock. Here comes Moo Irons though, trying to make a move around the outside. Looks like he might be too far. Is he going to make a dive? He does make a dive. Into P12 he goes. Beautiful move from Moo Irons. Relegates Drunken Shamrock down into P13. Back up towards the front of the classifications then. Yellow flag in Sector 1. It's a Haas. It's MB Jacobson gone round. He's going to lose position to Chilly Willy and Don't Blink. So Kermit attacks now 1.2 seconds off the back of J-Joe. That means Ketchin can he get a move done into turn 1? Is he going to be too far back? He's going to be too far back to make a move on lap 8 of 33. But he's got hella connection and traction around the long wind, the long right-hander. He's going to try and make a move there. No, he pulls back. So all the while, Kermit and Ketchum fight. Fake Mano has an opportunity to close that gap back down again. Was down to 1.2 seconds briefly there. What a move. It was a great move. J-Joe 1.4 seconds to the good now out in P1. Fake Mano in DRS range now as we go into the next lap, no doubt. Don't Blink does set the fastest lap of the race. He is sitting down in P15 though. Any more action throughout the field? Drunken Shamrock is clinging on to the back of Moo Irons after that move. Got more yellow flags. Looks like Atmos and Land Sharky might have had themselves a moment. It was Atmos who had a moment because Land Sharky's all over the back of me. We're going to see Land Sharky make a move. Defense. Wild defense there from Atmos. But it's Atmos going to make the move up the inside. Is he going to have to go around the outside now? Get the switch back perhaps down into the chicane. Is he going to make a move down into the chicane? Cut off. Good defensive work again from Atmos. 65% ERS in. There it is. He's getting pumped. 68. No ERS. A move there from Atmos. Can't make any more moves though. That's Land Sharky. He's going to get the move done down into turn 1 to take P8 from the McLaren of Atmos. Good move from him. Nice and patient. Fake Mano has had himself some kind of moment as well because he's now 6.4 seconds off the back of City of R. That's given Ketchin breathing space. He can now focus his attention out in front. Ketchin can focus his attention on the back of Kermit then. He's not far off the back of that gearbox. Kermit has lost about another half a second on J-Joe. We've had lots and lots of changes then. The position changes as we stand so far. The big winners of the day so far are 145 and 8K, up 6 positions. Jordster's up 5. We've then obviously got Chilly Willy, Don't Blink, MB Jacobson and JB who've lost positions down the bottom. But nothing compares to the 14 places that our pole sitter, Don't Blink. The race has gone from bad to worse for him. He's had to pit twice, I believe. Yeah, 2 stops for 2 of our drivers so far. Chilly Willy and Don't Blink. So less than 6 tenths now between Ketchum and Kermit. Are we going to see Ketchin be close enough? He might have caught himself a little warning for track limits there. Around that long left-hand turn 10. Gap now is 2.3 seconds between Kermit and J-Joe. Not going to catch quite enough speed out of there, I don't think. 0.6. That actually could be enough. I like to say 4.5 to 5 tenths is usually enough to get the move done down into turn 1 of Spain. He's going to be too far back, his catching, but is it going to enable him to get a good run through turns 2 and 3? As off goes J-Joe. Off goes J-Joe at turn number 2. And he's DNF'd as well. And the safety car is out. The safety car is out. J-Joe had himself a moment going around turn 2, lost traction completely, and has spun into the advertising audience and is out of the race. Our race leader out of the race on lap 11 of 33, a third of the way through the race. And now we might see some action in the pit lane. Are we going to see the crews coming out? We've already got a car in the pits. It's Cut 45. He's thrown the hard tyres on. He's going to try and take those 22 laps to the end of the race. What a moment there for J-Joe. No idea how he felt all the way over there. Medium runs will definitely come in, certainly. I think we'll see Land Sharky, Don't Blink, MB Jacobson all running in to throw on some fresh hard tyres. What a race we are having. So that's handed Kermit Attacks the lead of the race. I think these guys, I would be staying out if I was these guys probably. Oh, they're going to try and take. Yeah, both coming into the pit lane then. So we've got Kermit Attacks and Ketchen both coming into the pit lane to see if they can take the medium tyres to the end of the race. After the safety car comes in, no doubt about it, these guys are going to have to do about 20 laps, maybe 18 laps on these medium tyres. Green run's coming in. I know, Tolby, unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. So as it stands then, we've got City of R now, the lead of the race on the hard tyre. 11 lap old hard tyres. He's in the AlphaTauri. We've then got Kermit Attacks, who has, because of all the mess that's happened throughout the course of this race, Kermit Attacks has managed to pit and throw his medium tyres on. So he now sits P2 on track, but net P1 in the race, followed by Ketchen in that Haas machine. He's now in P3. Fake Mano's gone and done exactly the same. He's thrown on the medium tyre. So all these guys who've pitted are still out in front of all the guys that have not pitted further on down the classifications. Jordster finds himself up into P5. He's jumped his teammates somehow. It's AK in the Aston Martin currently sat in P6 with that 5-second penalty. We know that he'll lose that when he comes out. It's Andy, the World Championship leader, in P7. Again, fresh medium tyres. Moo Irons, who threw the hard tyres on lap 2, he sits in P8. Land Sharky, an opportunity to try and take these hard tyres to the end. In P9, it's Atmos on the mediums P10, with Drunken Shamrock. Again, 10 lap old hard tyres, currently sat in P11. Didn't seem like a stretch to me. They're going to be ruined. Could not do that at my end. Right, it is a big ask. JJ's controller disconnected. Oh no, J-Joe. Gotta make sure. Hopefully it didn't disconnect because of lack of battery. You know, that's on the driver. It did. No talking during safety car, please. Okay, so Drunken Shamrock has decided to pit late. He knows he's got plenty of time and he's going to get out probably in front of Don't Blink and MB Jacobson. So he is going to get himself out before those two guys, potentially. Because of course we don't lose as much time as we would have done under normal racing conditions. So far then we've lost the Red Bull of Sacco Lactaco, who had to retire in the pits with incredibly bad damage rear wing. The two Ferraris, the Ferrari pain continues here in Spain. It's Maud and JBTC, both out in similar circumstances a few laps ago. J-Joe, who was our race leader, down and out in P16. It's then MB Jacobson in the Haas, followed by Don't Blink. I say followed by, leading Don't Blink. Oh no, sorry. Good Lord. Behind Don't Blink. Who's behind Drunken Shamrock? There's then Chili Willy in the Williams and Com45 in the AlphaTauri. Atmos in the McLaren. Lanciarki in the Alfa Romeo. Who irons in the second of the Williams with BT8 Andy, the World Championship leader, in P7 in that all-conquering Mercedes. P6 is AK in the Aston Martin with the other Mercedes of George up in P5. Fate Maro in the McLaren in P4 with Ketchen in P3 in the Haas. It's Kermit Attacks in the Red Bull P2 with City of R still out in front, leading the race. Aston Martin thing to get their controller disconnected. How you doing, Camu? Great win from you two, by the way, today, mate. Well done. Congratulations. So, in terms of our standings, then, just see if I've got this right. So yeah, so out in front, J-Joe, who was sat in P3 in the championship, has now lost position, lost points to the guy P2, Kermit Attacks. Let me just see if I can crop this 1 second. I saw somebody else do it earlier on. Do it. Oh. So yeah, Andy, Kermit Attacks. Obviously, Andy sat in P7. Kermit Attacks. Is there a chance in the championship? Do we give Kermit Attacks a chance in the championship if he can take P1 today? And Andy can't. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Johnston will relinquish some positions to be further on down. I agree with you, Tolby. I think City of R is going to have his hands full as we are getting ready to go green once again. We are on lap 14 of 33 here in Catalonia, the Spanish Grand Prix track just outside of the Spanish city of Barcelona. The weather is typically Spanish. It's beautiful sunshine at the moment. We are aware that there may well potentially be some weather kicking around. We are going to sit on board with Ketchen and watch how these medium tyre runners with fresher tyres and a better compound handle this restart behind the guy on the 13 lap old hard tyres. And there we go then, and we go racing again. And Kermit Attacks was not caught out there. He was not caught out. A move from City of R, but down into turn one is going to be Kermit Attacks. Plenty of room left by Kermit. Just about manages to get the move done. Kermit Attacks does take the lead of the race. Set you on yellow flags. We've got Lanciarki, who'd done so well. That's going to be a very deep Ketchen. So Kermit Attacks now leads the race. Ketchen and City of R battling it out for P2. Running side by side with Fake Mano getting involved as well. That's going to be 3 wide and tasty. We don't want that into turn 6. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Even when he has bad look at it too. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see, aren't we? We're going to see. Because, again, it will depend on how hard people push. I don't know whether it's easy to not push in this game, quite frankly. That camera angle made me feel a little bit sick. So DRS isn't activated yet. We have to complete this lap of racing. 30% ERS. Fake Mano takes the position away from City of R. Those medium tyres working wonders for him. In and around through sector 1. We've lost somebody else. It's an AlphaTauri. It's Com45 who's gone round in sector 1. BTA Andy is indeed up into P5. The talk of there being a challenge in the title race was very short-lived, the way Andy's cut through and taken 2, 3 positions up from P5. Bateman then now looking to hone in on the back of Ketchen. City of Art does have Andy for company. We don't think this is going to last very long. We'll keep our eye on this little battle then as we head round through the technical section of Sector 3. The patience from Andy. DRS has been enabled. It is not available for Andy just yet. He's not going to need it because he plows past the Alpha Tauri, utilising ERS. Is City of Art going to try and fight back? Or does he realise that this is not his fight on track today? He realises, I don't know whether he'd be able to compete with that anyway, as Fake Mano up on the gearbox of Ketchen, who isn't a million miles behind Kermit Attacks either. A little bit out of shape for Fake Mano. He's going to have Andy for company very, very shortly as that gap now down to 1 second. Don't blink on Chili Willy. He's going to try and go up the inside. Surely not looking to turn 6. No, he backs out. He's going to go up the hill. McMahon not quite close enough to catch him at turn 10. Look at that Mercedes and how close it is on the back of the McLaren. I think we might just stay on board here. Let's have a look at the front. That gap's too big from Ketchum to Kermit. Here comes Fake Mano. Is he going to be close enough down into turn 1? Is he going to have a look at the inside? He does have a little peek, but backs out. Andy not too far behind. Catching just about enough grip. Things are spicing up here in Tier 2. This is Sunday night. It's Moose Racing League. You're joining us Tier 2 for round 7 of Season 7. Opportunity for Kermit Attacks to try and close this ever-growing gap on Andy over the course of the last few weeks. And he does have a little bit of a look up the inside of Fake Mano as well. These 3 drivers contesting P2. Atmos does indeed take P7 from Georgester, a little bit further on down into the midfield. Midnight, I agree, he's defending really nicely at the minute. And whilst he's defending, he's actually closing the gap up on Kermit as well. He'll have DRS this lap. But he's also going to have... He's burnt through all his ERS. Andy pulling out, gets clean air. He's managed to defend with ERS. He's dumped a lot of ERS there, but he's also, because he had DRS, he's managed to defend against Fake Mano yet again on another lap. Atmos is closing in on the back of AK. We're going to see a move. He makes a little peek. Sides better of it though, but he does get good traction out of there. Doesn't decide to make a move down into the hairpin. A whole host of cars. A little DRS trade we've got going on. The battles have been really good today, I agree with you. And Fro. See, a little bit of a lonely race for him at the moment. But Andy on the back of the front 3 here. So your podium sitters at the moment are Kermit Ketchen, Fake Mano, and those are your podium sitters. We've got BTA Andy. He is lurking with intent, loitering at the back of this group, waiting for his opportunity for somebody to either make a mistake or just to utilise some raw pace in this Mercedes. It's a little bit of a DRS train, but it looks like the Mercedes is going to have enough juice to get on the inside of the McLaren, moving down into turn 1. And he does get the move done on the inside of the McLaren to take P3. Will Fake Mano make a move back? He seems to have gone quite wide. Less traction there for Fake Mano. But Andy now sat in P3, looking to take advantage of Ketchen now. Down into the hairpin we go for the 20th time. Lap 20 of 33 here in Catalonia. Small battles taking place all over the track, but we can't take our eyes off this lead group just yet. Ketchen still sticking on to the back of Kermit. Kermit unable to shake this chasing pack. The DRS enabling all three drivers to stay in contention for the race win. Oh, nice dinner barbecue. I had a barbecue today. It was very nice. Here we go then. It's Andy up into P2, going around the inside. Going up the inside, should I say, of Ketchen into turn 1. Maintains, solidifies his position into turn 2. And now he's on the back of Kermit Attacks, ready to chase down our race leader in the Red Bull. Com 45 and Chili Willy do exchange positions in the midfield. We do have ourselves a little battle going on behind Jawster here. Look at this. Cars side by side. Jawster and Drunken Shamrock side by side. Drunken Shamrock does take the position. Under pressure now. Don't blink. Providing some pressure to Jawster. The Mercedes loses another position. So it's Kermit Attacks in the Red Bull, going round the long right-hander, then long left-hander. Com 45 crashes out in Sector 2. Are we going to see ourselves a safety car? Yes, we are. Safety car number 2 of the evening. What will we see from our 4 front runners then? 9 lap olds. We will certainly see City of R, AK, Don't Blink, probably Chili Willy. Kermit does indeed fake. Stays out on the medium tyre. Was that a mistake from our 4 leading drivers? We're going to see City of R come in and he's going to throw on some fresh boots. What is he going to throw on? He's going to throw on some fresh mediums for sure. Golden time for the hards as well. Absolutely, Pat. Andy has been flying. He was down in P16 at one point, I'm sure of it, and has just battled and fought his way through the pack to get himself up onto the gearbox of Kermit. So Drunken Shamrock's gone for the soft tyre. It's mediums for City of R, for AK, for Jacobson, for Landsharky, and indeed for Chili Willy. Blue Irons is probably going to stay out. He's also on that medium tyre. So we've got our front 7 runners are on double-digit lap hold tyres. Lap hold tyres. Hey, thank you very much, Pat. I appreciate that, brother. To be fair, it managed to give my voice a bit of a rest, you know. Tried to tone down the shouting a little bit tonight. So, the race is full of intrigue. We've had some absolutely sensational racing and some quite disgusting racing as well, it has to be said. There's been some big mistakes and big errors. We've had controllers disconnecting. We've had spins, thrills and spills, as we normally do in Tier 2. That's what makes this tier so exciting to do our commentary on, because it allows us to get really in the mix. We get to see up and down the grid. As much as we've obviously had a lot of focus on people like J. Joe, Kermit and Andy over the course of this season, it's nice to see Ketchen, Fake Mano and Atmos, and of course Don't Blink, our resident reserve driver, up challenging for podiums. It'll be interesting to see if City of R, AK and Drunken Shamrock can make any inroads over the course of the last 10 laps. I'm pretty sure, God willing, we get racing again for lap 24, although we need Irons to catch up to the back of this pack. It'd be nice for us to get 10 laps of competitive quick racing Yeah, exactly, Pat. Honestly, I have such a sore throat after comms. Mediums to the end, no doubt about it. 100% Minico. Have you liked the video yet? If not, get on it. Chosen Toby already has. There are 6 likes on the video, guys. Please, let's get that up to double digits. You know it makes sense. And if you're here for the very first time and you're unsure of whether or not you like Moose Racing League, I think after tonight's race, I think you think the answer's yes. You do like it. Therefore, the only one that we're going to do is we need to hit that subscribe button, please. Because we'd like to get it to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this week. As in, next week. That would be lovely. Softs can go 9 laps comfortably, says Jim. Oh, Jim, you might be the tyre whisperer, my friend. Right then, so we are going to get going again at the end of this lap. I think we shall sit ourselves on board with our championship leader to see what kind of jump Kermit can get. Will he catch him sleeping? Will he go early? Will he go straight out of the chicane? He does, straight out of the chicane. Doesn't catch Andy sleeping at all. Looks like everybody got through clean. Ketchin is going to be charged by Fake Mano by the look of it. Down to turn 1, there is a little gap. Andy's going to play the patient game though. He's not going to make any silly moves down into turn 1 and turn 2. No yellow flags that I can see in turn 1. I want a full rain lead. Absolutely not. And if we do, I won't be in it. Rock's built different. Different gravy. That can be fun. It's getting cloudy out there. Who didn't like the video? Absolutely, Mr. Camo. You tell him. It is getting a little bit cloudy. Now, there was a murmur in the paddock before we started the race that we might see some changeable conditions in this race towards the back end. And you are right. That sunshine is now not out. Andy very close on the back then of Kermit Attacks then as we go through the long right-hander at the end of Sector 3 leading up to the chicane. Are we going to see some changeable conditions? What are we going to say? Rain for the last 5 laps, guys. What we saying? Absolutely, Miko, for sure. Here we go then. Are we going to see Andy? Is he going to be close enough to go round the outside at turn 1? Here we go. They're side by side. Andy does get out in front. Makes the move stick. It's our championship leader in the Mercedes who takes the lead of this race on lap 25 of 33. It's Kermit Attacks relegated down to second with Ketchin not too far behind and Fake Mano also in contention for a podium spot. 1.5 second gap then to Atmos with Don't Blink all over his rear. Beautiful move by Andy down into turn 1 after showing patience on the safety car restart. Andy Verstappen, he has shown that level of dominance in Season 7 Tier 2. There is no doubt about it. Of course, DRS is not active yet. A little bit of manoeuvring from Ketchin to try and break the toe from Fake Mano. AK and Jawster exchange positions further on down at turn 10. Drunken Shamrock almost getting ready to make a move on Jawster himself. Only 1 or 2 tenths in it. As we go down the home straight yet again on lap 25 into lap 26 then. Ketchin is going to have Fake Mano for company. Look at this for racing. Is Fake Mano going to make a move down the outside? Yes, he is. He's dumping ERS in defence, is Ketchin. And just about manages to hold off the McLaren. Down into turn 1 and 2. Somebody said it earlier on, but I agree. Ketchin has done some outstanding defensive driving today. Great to see. Controller disconnected, JJ. Yeah. He's broken DRS. Moo, Irons and Chili Willy exchange positions, the teammates. Further on down the field. And again, they're battling. Looks like they're battling to me. Yes, they are, the Williams teammates. Moo Irons comes out on top of that little exchange. Is this going to be the lap? Obviously, Drunken Shamrock has had himself a moment in that Alfa Romeo. He's dropped to the back of the pack. And we've got yellow flags. I can't see where these yellow flags are. Maybe it's something to do with MB Jacobson. Here we go then, Fake Mano. Is he going to have enough juice to catch up to the back of Fake Mano? Or is the fact that Ketchen's got DRS on the back of Kermit going to be enough? It is. Plenty of... Oh, Chili Willy, 5 seconds. And Chili Willy's DNF'd in the pits. Retires from the session. That's unfortunate for Chili. MB Jacobson also in the pits. Also in the pits is Drunken Shamrock as well. MB Jacobson throwing those soft tyres on. So it's Andy, by the way, 2.2 seconds now out in the lead of this race. Continuing the dominance that he's shown throughout the course of the season is Kermit Attack under pressure from Ketchen, who's under pressure from Fake Mano in the McLaren. It's been one heck of a tussle between these 2 or 3 drivers over the course of the first 26, 27 laps. Yeah. The Alphas collided. No, Jim. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? Hope you're doing very well, sir. And he sets the fastest lap, 2.7 seconds. Now, don't blink an Atmos. They've spun. Don't blink an Atmos. Spin out of the chicane. Maybe contact. There was body parts. Don't blink into the pits then. He might be retiring. Yep, he retires. So Moo Irons then in the final point position. Has he got no wing? Moo Irons got no wing. Moo Irons has got no wing. So 2.7 seconds the gap then between Kermit and BTA Andy. It's Ketchen and Fake Mano battling it out. These 3 guys battling it out for the podium spots. This is what we love to see in Tier 2. Battles throughout the field, but certainly up at the head of the field. Bear in mind that our championship leader is just walking away. Oh, Sketchy, I couldn't agree more, mate. Right then, here we go. Lap 28. Final lap 28. The final bit of lap 28. Are we going to see any moves? Is Fake Mano going to get this move done? The DRS is keeping him alive at present. For Ketchen. Kermit's done incredibly well, as Atmos catches 3 seconds. Kermit's done incredibly well to maintain the gap for these 2 guys. Maybe it's the fact that they're fighting behind him. Into the pits comes Moo Irons. Interesting call from him. He's going to come out with cold, soft tyres on. If indeed he's putting some soft tyres on. He's now dropped out of the points. He's dropped out of the points as Moo Irons. And he's going to be under pressure from Drunken Shamrock. 12 runners and riders remaining then. Yes, Pat. Sketchy. You've been doing some fantastic racing so far this season, my friend. I'm looking forward to watching you tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing Pat and Punju commentating as well. Another go-to duo that we've got in our comms team. Right then, so lap 30. Starting lap 30. Starting lap 30? Yeah, starting lap 30. We've got some action. More great defensive work from Ketchen. And Kermit attacks under immense amounts of pressure from these two guys who both have DRS. Still retains step 2 on the podium. It's incredible, Grenfell, I have to say. I've been very impressed with both Ketchen and certainly Kermit managing to maintain being out in front. But Fate Mano will not give up easily in terms of the hunt for this podium. This is where our racing action is right now, guys. I can see a drop of rain. We are on lap 30 of 33, and we've got rain in Sector 3. This is going to spice up the fight for the podium. Absolutely no doubt about it. I think we may see a puncher. 18 lap old medium tyres. Rain. What is this race going to throw at us next? As City of R is joining in, by the way. City of R has just been going about his business. He has got up into almost DRS range on the back of Fate Mano. What are we going to see? Yeah, there we go. See rain on the camera lens. Fate Mano trying to make a challenge up the inside as he decides better of it. Pulls back out. Let's just hope it's nice and clean and nothing happens in these last 2 or 3 laps. But warrants team principals chatting. Here we go then. Great drive is that from Fate Mano. He's going to go up the inside of turn 6. Side by side. He does back out. That's a wise decision from Fate Mano. That could have been terminal for both drivers in their desire to get themselves up onto the podium. Ketchen now has dropped 1.3 seconds behind Kermit Attacks. That's going to allow him to have a little bit of a more relaxing last couple of laps, perhaps. You do have to stay out, I'm sure of it. But with rain, the rain hasn't really come down too heavily. We can't see it on track out in front. We can't see it landing on the track. That's when we know that things are going to get rough as Atmos loses a position out to AK. Those two guys have collided in Sector 3. Looks like Atmos and AK were, and I've missed the overtake from Fate Mano after waiting for it for all those laps. I've missed it. Well done, Fate Mano. Good work, my friend. But it's City Var now who's on the back of both of them. Yes, Punju, it is indeed raining. We're on lap 32 of 33, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. DRS has been disabled. So it's City of R now who's all over the back of Ketchen. The rain doesn't feel too heavy at the moment. Teams can go to whenever Shamrock wants them to go. As Irons dips back into the pits again, he's going to finish P12. He's thrown the intermediate tyres on. It's a long way back though. But as you can see, the rain now is impacting on the track. There's going to be no DRS. Do we have ERS in Ketchen? Well, City of R has got a lot of ERS. So I think we might see a move going into turn 10 from City of R on Ketchen. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep your ears open. We might see it sooner. We're going to see it into turn 4. He does make a move into turn 4. Has he got the inside line? Is he going to get enough traction out of there to take the position from Ketchen? He is! City of R does take P4. Oh, we're going to see Ketchen fight back, though. Down through the hairpin. Turn 5. Up the hill to turn 6. Wow, what a move from City of R. That's got to be overtake of the day so far. Yeah, in these conditions as well, I think that took some kahunas, my friend. Anyway, we know that we have a race winner on our hands, and it's the Mercedes, the ever-dominant Mercedes of BTA Andy, who crosses the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix here in Catalonia. It's Kermit Attacks finishing in P2 in the Red Bull, with P3 going to the McLaren of Fake Mano, taking that final step on the podium. City of R in the AlphaTauri finishes P4, with Ketchen in the Haas eventually finishing P5. Lance Sharkey, a good recovery from him, less said, in P6 in the Alfa Romeo, with Georgester in that Mercedes P7. It's Atmos finishing in P8 in the second of our McLarens. He should finish comfortably in front. No, he won't finish in front. Atmos is going to finish P8, but he will lose position because of penalties to AK. So AK will finish P8. It's Atmos in P9. MP Jacobs going to come around the final corner there to take P10 and pick up the final point of our race. Provisionally, of course, we have seen a lot of incidents today, so there may well be some time penalties and some penalty points handed out by either the stewards or agreed upon by our team principals. What a race, ladies and gentlemen, from start to finish. There was drama, there was excitement, there were great moves. And also, there were some crazy crashes. Crazy crashes. So, if we could get Andy, Kermit, and Fake Mano, please, into the interview waiting room. I will actually go and jump it in an interview room. I'm going to be in media box 2. Let's make sure we've got our desktop audio 2 on. Yes, we have. Interview screen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get our first guy in. It's going to be Fake Mano. Mr. Mano, can you hear me, sir? Mano, are you there? Can he hear you, sir? Can he hear you? We lost Mano. We lost Mano. Let's try again. Let's drag him in. Oh, not Andy. I'm going to drag Mano in first. Mano, are you there, buddy? Mano, I can't hear you, bub. Let me just double check something 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves a minor technical glitch. Yeah, there he is. I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. Finally, my bad. It was a setting at my end. So, mate, that was an absolute pleasure watching that race. It seemed very, very hard fought from your end. Just talk me through your race, mate. I am incredibly entertained, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Bear with me. For some reason. Yeah.
And then yeah, the whole race was just me trying to get on the podium. And yeah, I had small issues, like, I don't know, it was, I think, lap 7 where I spun out into the gravel.
Yeah.
Lost a lot of time. But yeah, then the safety car came and we had to nurse those tires home, even on wet conditions. So I'm very happy that I managed to get that result in the end after all this no-show in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was. You know, it was a great race from start to finish. Lots of incidents, but I think watching the battle between yourself, Ketchen, and Kermit, with City of R getting involved at the end as well when the weather started to come in, it was fantastic viewing. So well done on your P3, mate. Congratulations. And next week it's Abu Dhabi. How do you feel about Abu Dhabi?
Very good, very good. Hopefully, I don't have too many incidents because I was really struggling to race clean this race. So I hope I don't rack up any more penalty points in Abu Dhabi. But other than that, I'd say I have a pretty great pace on the track. I feel very comfortable on it.
Good stuff. Well,
so yeah, I hope for the best.
Good luck, mate. I'm looking forward to racing. Take care. Have a great week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, let's get our race winner. Our race winner is in the house. It's Andy. Unsurprisingly, again, Andy, how are you? How was your race? Talk me through that from start to finish. It was incredible.
Yeah. That was very stressful, and the race start was not ideal. But
no.
I didn't really feel the end plate. I think I had an end plate lost on my car at the start of the race, and I didn't really feel too much of it. It was just in some corners where I felt like I had to go a little bit slower, but the pace around the track was still decent. So I just stuck with it until the safety car came out. Obviously, I let Georgester past me just because I had wing damage and I didn't want to hold him up in the pits for no reason, and so and after that it was just full push mode.
Yeah, well, again, you know, having watched your domination over the course of the first 6 rounds of this season, there was a point where during commentary I'd said that when you were down in, I don't know, I think you were at P8, Kermit was, he'd just taken the lead of the race because JJ had crashed out. And that was my comment was, this could be the last chance that anybody has of winning this championship. With Andy further on down the grid, there was a 41-point gap between you and second place at the start of the day. And it looked like Kermit and possibly JJ, again at the start of the race, were going to close that gap down. But I mean, you just drove your heart out.
Yeah, definitely. I had to pull all the tricks that I know of to kind of find the pace to both overtake, and I knew that I had a very low downforce car. So if I got an opportunity on the straight, I would most definitely get by just because of that. So it was just about keeping with the front runners on the medium stint, and then stay close to them in the DRS. And when they eventually either ran out of ERS, or if I was close enough out of the chicane, I could go for moves. So that's pretty much what I did. And after that, it was just full push mode on because I had very high tire wear as well. So I finished on 76% wear
76
on the rear tires.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty high. I had a puncture at Portugal on a 76 rear tire.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was very scary there in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it was. So next week you're off to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Is that where you claim the championship?
Hopefully. Hopefully, I can get a championship for myself, but still, there's points to take for the team as well. So, gonna focus on that in the last 2 races.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. I think you need about 2 points to claim the driver's title, and to be honest with you, the constructors one might be done tonight.
What might be done?
The constructors championship might be done.
I'll
have to double check.
Yeah, maybe it is. Hopefully it is. But yeah, let's hope for the best. Amazing drive from Georgia as well. Good points as always.
Yeah,
happy with that.
Yeah, superb. Well done yet again, Andy. An absolute pleasure speaking to you again for what feels like the 47th week running. On that top step of the podium. Congratulations. Abu Dhabi next week. Do you like Abu Dhabi?
Not particularly, no.
Me either.
Sadly, I don't. But we'll try get some points there.
Well, maybe there's chance for somebody else to get a win on this in this tier.
Oh, on that track, definitely. I pretty much never race there other than when I have to, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations yet again, Andy. You take care. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to commentating on you again next week in round 8.
Yeah, thank you, dude. Have a great evening.
You too, buddy. You take care. There it is then, guys. Congratulations to all our podium sitters. We didn't get Kermit in. We didn't get Kermit in. Yeah, we didn't get Kermit in. Well, congratulations to all our drivers tonight. An absolutely outstanding race. There were some thrills and spills, as we always get in Tier 2. There were some incredibly insane overtakes. I think my favourite of the night was City of R and his overtake on Ketchen in those reasonably rough conditions towards the back end of the race. So congratulations to him. Well done to everybody else who's raced this evening so far. Now it's time for us to head over to Tier 1, where Punju and Pat the Rock will be commentating. We will be starting there in a little under 2 minutes. Let me see if I can find you guys a link to that one. Sounds like Yarno. There you go. Right, guys. There is your link. That will take you to Tier 1. They're about to get going, I believe. It is approaching 1 a.m. my time, which means usually it's my turn to sit back, relax, and listen to the dulcet tones of Punju and this week Pat the Rock as they take our most elite Tier 1 drivers around Catalonia for round 7, Tier 1, Season 7, here at Moose Racing League. I've been Rage Quit. Thank you so much. Take care. Love you very much. And I'll see you next week. Have an absolute blast.